Hi everyone, this is Jody from Jody Lynn Creations, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this little Valentine's box. It's actually a keepsake box, keepsake box, and it has little drawers that open on each side, the little knob, and this one opens, and there's four of them actually, one that opens on each side, and it's got some little legs underneath, you can see, and then on top it's got this little bag that has little love notes in it. So, and the bag actually comes off, so let me set this down so you can see it down here on my table. So the bag comes off, it's just stuck on there with a little piece of Velcro, so you can take it off and take it out, take out some of the little love notes if you want to, and put some in the drawers if you have special ones you want to keep, or there's a little love note there, and it's just a little scrapbook paper stuck in there that says love you lots. And like I said, you can take the drawer, stick your little love notes inside, and there you go. So there's a couple other in here. This one says love note. This one says kiss. And yeah, so I just tied this. Now if you don't have one of these little bags, they're fairly easy to find, and I just stuck a piece of Velcro on the back of it there and hid the other piece down inside of here, so you can just stick that back down inside of there, and there's your little love note bag. So the little bag, if you don't have one of those, I made a little bag out of a piece of paper. It's pretty easy to make. You just fold over, it's like a 3 by 6 inch piece of paper, and you just fold it in half, and you about a 1/4 of an inch overlap there and tape it down, and then you just fold it like about 1 inch up or so, maybe 1/2 inch, and then you fold over the sides, or put them in. Let me show you. Take a little piece of paper here, I'll just show you how to do one of those. You just fold it over like this into thirds, so it has about a 1/4 of an inch overlap, and you're just going to tape that down like that, and you're going to fold this up about 1/2 inch, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch, I guess it depends on how, but you want it to be, fairly large so you have something to work with. And then you're going to push in your corners like this, and like this, and then you're going to bend this down so it's like about halfway in down to your crease, the crease that's already there, and you're going to fold this one up to the same crease, about like that. So these are kind of even here, that, and then you're going to put another piece of tape over the top of that. This tape is actually too wide for my piece here, but you get my idea. And then you can open it back up and push out the corners, and there's your little bag. And what I put in mine is I just freehanded this too, so you can just cut a little square out here, put a little piece of plastic in there so it looks like it has a window in it, and yeah, there's your little bag. You can put your little love notes in there, fold it over, stick it on, and there you have it. So let's get started on this, okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut a piece. Actually, you need 2 pieces of chipboard, one for your top and one for your bottom. And you're also going to need 4 of these little, they're called matchboxes, like when you used to buy little wooden matches in a box, you know. That's what those are. They're matchboxes. So I've got 3 of those already put together. And here's the other one. So I'm going to show you how I did it. Just took my glue and glued that down on there. Actually, I already had this one glued and I wanted to show you how to do it, so I took it apart. But that's just going to glue down on there. Just like that. So this will be your outside casing, so to speak. Just like that. And then this part, these I cut on my Cricut, and so they already have score lines in them. So you just need to score on each side, or fold on each score line, I should say. And like that. And then fold the tabs in too. And there's a line. Actually, on the ones I did before, I folded the sides in first, like this. But I'm going to try it this way. See if we can fold these in first. Like, well, those almost have to be folded in first, though, to keep them in there, don't they? Because I just wondered if it wouldn't work, but I guess not. It's going to have to be stuck in there like that. Okay, so there's one. And what I actually did too on the first ones is I put a little spot of glue right here. But I wished I hadn't afterwards, and I'll show you why in a minute. So just fold them down as best you can on each side. Make sure your tab's underneath there, and then you're going to fold down this down on top of them. Like that. Make sure that's in there, and that's in there. I'm going to fold this one down on top of that. And then kind of just crease them a little bit so they stay. And I actually took one of my little tools and like creased it down on the inside there so it would stay better. Just creased it a little bit right there so it would stay a little better. So, and then this, I'm going to put this edge that I glued here, I'm going to put this to the inside, so you'll see what I mean in just a minute. So we have 4 of these, and then we're going to cut a piece of chipboard, where's my ruler, and what we're going to do is we're going to put these on here like this. We're going to put the, where's the inside? This to the inside, the double-sided part to the inside. And so we want this to be exactly the size. I guess you can't see it that way. If I turned it around, you could. The size of these two all going that way. And then this one, where's the side I glued? This side. So we want it going this way, and then we want this one going this way, so that all of your boxes will open out when we get this cut out. So I just took a X-Acto knife and I measured out. Mine's actually 5 3/8, I believe, and I already cut these out. So yeah, they're 5 3/8. So I just cut out a piece of chipboard, 5 3/8 here, and 5 3/8 here. And then I went this way and did 5 3/8, and then 5 3/8 here, and then I just made my lines here, and 5 3/8 here, and then I took my X-Acto knife and I cut these 5 3/8 there, 5 3/8 here, And so I need 2 of those. And then what I did is I painted them to match my color theme here. It was kind of all pinks and, you know, burgundies, and I guess there's not really too much burgundy. But anyway, you need 2 of these. So I painted them both on each side with, I used some gesso and just some plain old apple barrel red acrylic paint. And I put the gesso in the cup. I put that a little bit of the red paint in there, stirred it up. Then I painted it, you know, painted both sides. I also painted the edges just to be sure I didn't have any. Oh, it looks like I missed an edge right there. And my paint's all dry. Well, shoot. Anyway, I tried to paint all the edges. Looks like I did this one pretty good. Oh, well. Okay, so anyway, but you get the drift. So we want those all painted. And then what we want to do is we want to turn on our hot glue gun. So I've got my hot glue gun. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. This is a Ryobi hot glue gun, and it has the battery attached. My battery's been charging all morning, so hopefully we'll be good. And you just turn it on, and I just let it sit here. I don't normally hold it. It's not really that heavy. I was kind of concerned when I got it that it would be too heavy, but it's really not all that heavy. So, but anyway, I usually just leave it sit here because it like drips by itself, and so I just try to catch the drips when I need some of it, but we'll see how that goes. So anyway, first what we're going to do is we're going to make sure these are fitting on here like we wanted them to. So those fit pretty good there, like that, like that. Okay, those all fit good. Okay, so before we get those on there, though, we want some lace on our platform, so to speak. Let's see, here's some lace here. I don't know if this is enough to go all the way around, though. I might have to. Is there another piece in there? Here's a piece of pink. If I have any more white, but there's a piece of pink. So you can make this, you know, like I said, any colors you want to, whatever you've got laying around for, you know, your stash, so to speak. You can just put this lace all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, while my heat gun's warming up, I'm going to go ahead and start with this, except it clogs on a regular basis. So I'm just going to use this part. Okay, so I'm going to put a row of glue just down here like this. I'm going to put this just over the top. Just the seam part is all I'm going to lay down. Lay the seam down there. Pull it a little taut so it's, you know, so it stays straight. This glue doesn't dry real quick, so that's why I like to use hot glue, but I didn't warm that up in time. So we'll have to just work with this a little bit here. If I just hold it a minute, it should stay. Or not. Okay, so that should stay there now. Okay, so then you're going to go with it down the next row, or next side, I guess I should say. I'm just going to turn your corner. On there. It's just right up on the edge is all you want, so it hangs down over the bottom a little bit. Oops, See that? So I don't want to stay there now. I need some more glue on that side. Let's see, is this hot? Not too. Put some more, another stick in it and see if it'll. Okay. So we'll do this side. That. Turn the corner with this. Like that. Kind of feel underneath just how close it is to the edge. It's about where we want it. It's just right on that edge. Okay, we're gonna have to try to work this out because this is not working. The hot glue sticks so much faster. It's hot now. I hope it's hot. An extra little spot right here. Okay. And we're going to go around this side. So now we have, this one's going to have some more right here. There's some hot glue, that didn't stick with that. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cover that up with our boxes, but you do have to have it covered. So since we have that, let's go around the corner with this. We're just going to put a little spot right here. And turn the corner with this. So we lean down. And cut this little corner off so you can't see it underneath. And I'm going to give this a little tiny spot of hot glue right here to kind of seal the edge. Just right there, just a spot. There. Okay. There we go. Okay, so there's our outside edge and our bottom platform. Put this back in here. And so now we want to see about some legs. Now what I put on this one was these little metal legs here. These are actually Tim Holtz. They're called mini foundations. I don't know if you can see that very good or not. Anyway, I had these in my stash, so that's what I used on this one. However, you can use anything. There, I've got some little wooden blocks that you can put on this. Put them on this side. You can put them sideways. You can put them square. I've also got some little barrels here that I used in a different project. And they're kind of cute too. Depends on, you know, what style you're actually going for. So we'll turn this upside down. I don't know if you can tell really, but that's kind of what those will look like. I've also got these little, these were part of the doll stand or something, so we could put those on there. Of course, we'd have to paint them, you know, whatever color we're going to use, or whatever color, whatever shape we're going to use, we'd have to paint them in our color scheme. So you can use whatever you want for the legs. I'm going to put this back over here because it's dripping. Okay, so that's what we're going to use as our bottom platform. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our little boxes on here, and we're going to cover up this seam. So these should go all the way to the edge, and cover up that seam, and they should also touch right here snugly where these two are together. This should be fairly snug. So we're going to say that one's pretty good. I'm going to just kind of set them all on here and make sure I've got them all go in the right direction, or that I'm covering up everything. That's pretty good there. This one goes here. This one needs to come up this way a little bit. Not too much. That. I actually think I'm going to, this one should go like this. I like to put the inside seams, or the, I should say just the seam to the inside, just so that, I don't know, it doesn't show, I guess. But let's see, where's the inside of this one? This one goes this way. Okay, so we're going to put that like that. And we're just going to cover up the seams all the way around. So what I'm going to do is leave those sit on there. I'm going to put, this on there or on here. I think I'll put it on here. So give this a good little dollop of hot glue, especially around the outside edge where we're going to make sure it sticks good. Okay, I'm going to put this right down on there, like that. Okay, what you can do is pull that out and give it a good what would you call that? A good smashing, I guess. A good smashing. Okay. So I'm going to take this out too. I'm going to put this right on here like this. And this is, the seam will go to the inside, so I want it to be like this. Put this one right here like this. Make sure it's pretty even. Now we're going to take this one out, and I'm going to put it down like this. Okay. this one put down just like that. So, yeah, that's the inside. So put this one down. Cool. So now we put all our little boxes back in. Well, actually, we don't need to put all those back in just yet. But we need to put this on the top now. Except we should have something that like decorates the edges of this. Just a little something. On this one I put these little, you can't really see it too good, this striped, what do you call that stuff? I can't think. The string, pinstripe string around the outside edges. So let's do that to this one too. Cover up these little edges. Let's see if we're a little of course not. Where's my little pin? Okay, so I'm going to put this right there. That. Do this edge. I had a rag. Here's my rag. Okay, and this one is a little bit too short there, too short. This one's too short to go around the other side. So, let's see, I think there's one more little piece in here. It's a little darker. Guess it would work. Well, guess it'll have to work. I thought I had one more little piece of this in there, but this will work for now. You get the idea. Of course, if you had preferences, this would all be the same color, but I must have used it all on that other one. So, this off right here. Put a little spot of glue right here on the corner. Are you still seeing what I'm doing? Is the camera in the right place? Okay, so we got that last piece on there. So now what we need to do is decorate our little drawers. So we've got these little, I don't know if these were beads or something. They have a little hole in the center of them there. And actually it's big enough that a brad will fit through. And so that's what I put on the other one. I do have these little knobs too. These are Tim Holtz accessories, ideology he calls them, and so that could go through there too, and then this would screw back on it. So, but whatever we do, we need to have a little hole in here. So what I did is I took my ruler, I think it's like a 1/2 inch wide, so I did like this, just so I could kind of see where my middle is. Let's see how close I am. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So then I just took these a little punch here, and I punched a hole right where my pencil mark was, like that, and then these will fit right in. Oh, actually what I was going to show you is the reason I left this open, and actually I've already punched the hole all the way through, but what I was thinking is I could flip, since I didn't, I already glued those other ones down. This one wasn't glued down yet. Where is it? Well, maybe that's the one I did glue down. Where's the one that I didn't glue down? I wanted to show you. Yeah. So see, if you just put the hole right here, not through this part, but if you put it through just this part, let's see how close that is. Let's put that way. Pretty good that way too. So if you just put the hole through this part only, that, and then no matter which one of these you put in there, you put it in first and close it down, or spread the brad open like that. And then you put this down, then you can't see it. See, on mine, the brad shows there. So that's another reason, or that is the reason why I shouldn't have glued those down. So the other sides I could have glued down, but if we don't want that to show, you can't glue those down first. So, and then the other decoration that I put on there was some of those little sequins. Here's some sequins. What do I do with the other ones? Those had, see, these could have some little sequins on them like this. I don't know that I have any more of the marquee looking ones. These are the marquee ones that I put on this, each drawer here. But you really could put anything or nothing, whichever, whichever you want to do. There's all kinds of different things you could decorate with. But I think I'm going to go ahead and just, see, all these I glued down already, so these are going to show. That's the only one, that's the last one I did that I didn't glue down. So, but I'm going to go ahead and punch these so we can get these all going. And these ones, I'll show you how these ones work too. They just come unscrewed and they go in this little hole. Actually, this hole has to be bigger for those. Let's see if this will make that bigger. Not really. Well, maybe a little bit. Might look a little better. This right here. They're so tiny. Let's see if that'll go in there. Oh, I need something else to make that bigger. Oh, that one wasn't glued down, or the glue came loose. I don't know. There. Okay, so let's see if that'll fit in there now. There it goes. Like that. So that's why I like those glued down, because they just don't like to stay down. Okay, then this just gets screwed on here like this. And then you have a drawer pull. And it fits in here like this. This will be the right one. Just like that. So then you have a little drawer pull. Also, on the other sides of these, right here, I put a piece of ribbon. And what I did with the first one is instead of just gluing it down, I ran it through here and ran it into the other, or on the inside a little bit. But it kind of made the drawer a little more snug to close. So if I did that again, I think I would just put it on the outside. So let's make this straight here like this. And I'm going to use this glue. So I'm going to cut this the length that it needs to be now. I think this is a lot easier to do. I really struggled trying to get that last piece in the right place, and oh, it was a pain. So yeah, that's a whole lot easier. So let's cut another one of these, and let's do this end. It's already cut straight. Still see what I'm doing, I guess. Put that camera back up where it goes. Like that. That one's a little bit too long, but that's okay. That's why God made scissors, I guess, huh? There we go. Okay, one more of those. And then we can start decorating the top. Well, get off me. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll go ahead and glue this one on, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do to the top. Now the top on the other one, I used flowers and everything I had in my stash. I didn't buy anything for it, so please do that. Use everything you have in your stash if you can. That might be a little bit long too. There we go. Okay, so now it's got decorations all around the sides and a couple of our drawers. Oh, that one already has a drawer in it. So there's our drawer. So this drawer doesn't have a these seem a little easier because they're the right size to begin with. They just slip right in there. I thought that was just way too handy that fit right in there so perfect. So there's a little drawer there. Okay, and this one, here's our other little drawer. Oh, it doesn't have a hole in it yet. So let's see, gotta have. Oops. Let's go up a little bit more farther than that. That'll really show. So. Okay. Like that. And there's our other little drawer. Like that. Okay, so all our drawers are in. And this is the top. So now we need to see what we can do with the top. There, I have several little flowers that we can put on there. You can decorate these any way you'd like. You know, there's just really no right or wrong way. There's all kinds of different little flowers and whatnot. So we've got some rickrack here we could put around it. That's kind of the same color. It doesn't show up very well. And we don't want to forget our little bag too with our little love notes in it. Could put that on there somehow. Or you could even stand it up. You know, that might look really cute if you stood that up on there. And you could stand off to the side And it could have, you know, your love notes in it. You could put a little thing on here that says love notes. Or there's here's some, this is actually Christmas, what do you call it? It's garland. It's stuck in there pretty good, isn't it? Well. Okay, well, I don't want to come out of there. Dang, I stuck that in there really good. So yeah, if you got, you know, if you're doing the red theme, you could put that all around the outside, or you could even make a heart on the inside. Let's try that, see what that looks like. We made a heart with this. About like that. Big scissors. About like that. Got this going. Twisted those two around each other like they had that twisted thing together. Holy cow, that didn't want to come apart. There. It's kind of scawampus. Actually, this is in the wrong spot. There. Now maybe it'll be even. I like them to be even on each side. Is that crazy? Okay. But yeah, that would be really cute. Heart, you could glue that down on there with your little bag. And lots of little flowers. There's some of these flowers. Could even put some of these. Oh, and I found that other piece of pink too. Too late. But yeah, you could see I put some of these on the top of this. I actually just cut apart some of these little flowers. There's some white ones and there's some pink ones too, I think. Here's some pink ones. And so you can see I just cut these apart and glued them down. Put some rhinestones on the top. This was a flourish that I cut out of my Cricut. There's all kinds of them in Cricut, in Design Space, that you can find. And this is a doily. I just used a plain old white doily in my little bag with my love notes in it. And yeah, so that's how we made the keepsake box. So if you'd like to see any more of my work, you can follow me on YouTube at Jody Lynn Creations, and you can also follow me at patreon.com. It's Jody Lynn Creations as well. And yeah, so if there's anything you'd like me to do, any videos or anything you'd like to see, just let me know. You can email me. I'll put my email down below in the description, so you can email me if you have any questions or anything like that. And till next time, we'll see you later. Bye.